Hello there, lovely people. It's Alex from Nintendo Life here, and Nintendo's gone and done it, haven't they? They've announced the first Nintendo Direct of 2022, and it is happening on the 9th of February, which at the time of recording is tomorrow, and it's happening at the times you see on screen. I know it in the UK time as being 10 o'clock at night, which is too late, and to peruse what they might even potentially maybe talk about, I'm here. And so's Kate.
Hello.
Hello, yes. So, Kate, it has been described by Nintendo themselves as a 40-minute presentation that's 10 more minutes than 30 minutes, maths fans, focused mainly on Nintendo Switch games launching in the first half of 2022. And that includes all manner of stuff.
Yeah, that's like pretty much everything we know about, I think.
Within reason, yeah. I mean, we don't know about, like, Splatoon 2, 3 even.
We do know about Splatoon 2. We've known about it for a while now.
Thank you. That's most helpful.
Aren't you glad you invited me?
Absolutely. So there's a couple of things that I think... Well, I would say that they're a dead cert, but at the same time, like Advance Wars Reboot Camp 1 and 2, or whatever the hell it's called. But at the same time, that's already been in a couple of Directs now. And whilst Nintendo doesn't necessarily shy away from repeating that sort of thing, are they really going to feature it again?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, that's sorted then.
That's my prediction.
That's locked in. What about Kirby? Because that's coming out next month.
Yeah, I feel like they just announced that game very recently, and then they were like, and it's coming out. It's not like a shadow drop release, but it feels like a very fast turnaround for what is like a mainline Nintendo game to be like, and it's coming out in March, and that's very soon now.
Well, they did something. I mean, not quite as extreme, but they did something similar with Metroid Dread.
Yes, and also that new Yoko Taro game. The Voice of Cards game. There's a sequel. Did you know this?
That was just noises. I don't really know what's happening.
The Voice of Cards, The Isle Dragon Roars, I believe is the name of the game. And then he announced that he's already made a second one that's coming, I think, soon. Maybe that'll be there? Yeah.
Maybe. The thing is that, and you know, I don't want to sort of downplay the video topic or anything like that, but predictions... You could just say almost anything reasonable, and it's like, well, it could be. So we could go a bit wild, even, couldn't we? We could go mental. We could say Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. That's not that mad.
That's not that mad, no.
No, it's
if
not.
That's your idea of mad, this isn't going to be a very interesting video. What if they talk about Mario? Ooh.
Whoa, no. Actually, to be fair, that would be quite exciting because we don't know of any upcoming Mario game.
I'm going to go wild, and I'm going to say Pokemon Legends Arceus DLC. There we go. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Somebody stop me.
Whoa, slow down. That's an interesting idea, but at the same time... The Pokemon Company does like to do its own thing when it comes to this kind of thing.
It does. I can imagine that would be a separate direct. They wouldn't want to share the podium.
Yeah. I mean, they've said, and they always say this, they say it's mainly focused on Nintendo Switch games launching in the first half of 2022, and I think that's mostly to try and maybe not, like, temper expectations, but so that people don't expect stuff that's going to be coming out next year. But we still sometimes get stuff that isn't going to come out for over a year.
Yeah. That dreaded holiday 2022.
Oh,
yeah. That bothers me because there's a lot of holidays. I know which one you mean. But do you mean Easter? That's a holiday.
Yeah. Damn Americans. I don't know how you live in Canada, frankly.
It's a little more British, so they don't usually say things like holiday 2022.
What about Lord of the Rings Gollum?
Yeah, what about it? I am interested in that game because I feel like we don't know a lot about it except that Gollum's got very big eyes.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, even in the Peter Jackson, you know, sort of Lord of the Rings, he had big eyes, but this is weird. He's also got a strangely round mouth.
Yeah, he's kind of like cute Gollum.
Yeah, I'm not... I'm just going to potentially lose it a bit if I hear that Gollum voice again, because it sounds like it's trying to be Andy Serkis, but not Andy Serkis.
Large shoes to fill, even though Gollum
oh my
doesn't
god,
wear
they're
shoes.
colossal shoes to fill. I mean, they basically did the same voice in some other Lord of the Rings games, and it wasn't Andy Serkis.
Yeah.
But it can't be anything else at the same time. It's a really complicated situation. But even I think I can do a better Gollum impression than what they've got in this game.
Are you gonna do one right now?
What do you want me to say?
I don't know. Say something about Lord of the Rings Gollum coming to Switch in 2022.
That's not even that good.
It's like Gollum and you are talking at the same time. So what you don't think that's going to be in the Direct? You don't think it's big enough?
No, I think it's a weird kind of... I don't know what it is. I mean, I'm annoyed that they've called it The Lord of the Rings, for one thing. But, I mean, I understand why they've done it. I'm still annoyed.
Yeah.
But, I mean, let's get back on topic. What do you think will be featured?
Well, I'm looking at our list. This is not promo, it's just the first list I found of 30 upcoming Nintendo Switch games to look forward to.
That's what I'm looking at as well.
Good. It's a good list. Okay, Rune Factory 5 is next month. I can imagine they'll just re-up that. They'll just be like, it's still coming. That'll be nice. What I'm hoping to see is Outer Wilds, which we haven't heard from in a while. There's been a lot of games that have like said, yeah, we're coming out on consoles and PC and stay tuned, and then they come out on everything and then they're not on Switch, and you're like, excuse me, hi, you forgot one, and they just sort of go like shh. It was supposed to be late 2021, so like presumably it's done, almost done. I just want to play it on the Nintendo Switch in bed, please.
I don't think that's an unreasonable thing.
Yeah. I'm thinking Shadow Drop. Getting my hopes high.
That would be interesting, actually, yeah. I mean, not impossible, but I think maybe... No, I could see that happening. The more I think about it, the more reasonable I think it is.
Because they've been quiet.
Yeah.
Right? So that would give them a reason to be quiet. I usually assume when games go very, very quiet about the Switch, it's because they just cannot get it working and they don't want to remind people that they promised a thing. And they're like, maybe everyone will forget if we just don't talk about it.
People see things like Breath of the Wild and think, oh, how hard could it be? That was a great laugh. I want that as my ringtone.
Thank you. Outer Wilds, Shadow Drop, that's my prediction.
Okay.
Also, maybe Life is Strange Remastered, which has got delayed a few times now. Yeah. They did the thing where they said, oh, it's been delayed. I forget, actually, because it's one of those ones that had so many delays that I can't remember what exactly happened. But the last time, they were like, oh, it's been delayed to a time we can't tell you about yet. And I think it's coming out or came out recently on everything else. But when they do the thing where they're like, oh, we need more time on the Switch, it could be that they're delaying because it needs more polish. It could be that they're delaying to coincide with the Nintendo Direct.
Could be. We'll probably never know how internal these sort of politics get, but I wouldn't say that's an impossibility by any stretch. What about... I mean, we're going to have to mention it, aren't we? The sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. Well, you did say first half of 2022.
It says mainly focus, though, doesn't it?
You're very good at reading.
Those quantifiers open things up tremendously. The Nintendo Direct hole is enormous.
The only thing that they could reasonably reveal is a title and an actual release date.
They can't show any gameplay footage. It's just unreasonable.
I just don't think they're going to. Like, they've been so cagey with it. And a lot of people's theory is that they're being cagey with the gameplay because it's going to reveal the title in some way.
Breath of the Wild, Link goes through a floor.
I hope it's called that.
That would be good, wouldn't it? I'm down with that. I want to see someone Photoshop that now.
Do you have name predictions or anything?
I mean, I've seen quite a few people say things like Second Breath and all that. I think Nintendo has the balls to go with something completely different. So like The Legend of Zelda Hurty Arm or something. Something like that. I think they, you know, sort of, they know that obviously it's the sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, but they also wanted to stand up on its own.
Yeah, okay.
So rather than being a direct sequel, I mean, there's been what? How many actual direct sequels that use the same naming convention? With Zelda 1? Zelda 2?
Link to the Past and Link Between Worlds?
Maybe. I mean, that's sort of a soft one, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying it's not Zelda 2. I mean, to be fair, even Zelda 2, it was The Legend of Zelda and then Zelda 2.
I have a sort of secret theory, which maybe if they reveal things later on in this direct, I'll get to write about it too, which is that it's taking massive cues from Adventure Time. Have you seen Adventure Time?
I've just got it, the cross arm.
Yeah, he's missing an arm. There were some other things. I've forgotten them now, but there were some other things too. He's blonde.
Well, it's settled. Wow. Yeah, he's got a stretchy dog. That's Link's famous for a stretchy dog.
Stretchy Wolf Link, yeah, sure.
Absolutely. Although I'm sure someone's done some fan art of that.
Oh, almost definitely, yeah. I bet you could buy some on Etsy.
Absolutely,
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but thinking about it, Breath of the Wild is, I don't think anyone could have guessed that title, and it doesn't really have that much to do with the game.
Well, I mean, not with any of the themes of the game, except for the fact, hey guys, it's open world. It's, you know,
it's outside.
It's literally a breath of fresh air for the series.
Yeah, yeah. So this one it's a direct sequel, which is unusual. Mm-hmm. So it's less of a breath of fresh air. So it's more like a rebreather. That's what that thing's called when you go scuba diving, right? Something like that.
I've played Subnautica.
So it's Breath of the Wild, but about scuba diving. So it's Breath of the scuba gear. There you go. This is my prediction.
I think it's going to focus on the arm, and they've said it's going to be dark as well, so I think it's going to be called The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mamsk.
Okay.
Now I want to see that photoshopped as well.
And you've got, like, instead of the happy mask salesman, it's the happy arm salesman?
Yep. You can buy different arms, yep.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's a very bold new direction. Should we talk about a different game?
Yeah, sure. This is all based on absolutely nothing. So
of course, yeah, that's where all the best predictions come from. I mean, I reckon we're going to see quite a few things that we're not expecting, as boring as that sounds.
I hope so.
I would like to see some more N64 games coming to NSO.
Any particular ones?
Maybe some 64DD games that would work.
Interesting.
Because they'd be fun. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to say it, Doshin the Giant, yeah. He's been coming up a lot today in my Twitter feed. It's quite nice.
Once?
No. Like...
Twice?
Dreimal. No. Yeah. I don't know why I said that in German. I barely speak German.
Well, it was lovely. It's a little bit of culture on this Tuesday morning.
Absolutely. What do you reckon the chances are for something like Sonic Forces? I said Sonic Forces. Sonic Frontiers. Well, I mean, first of all, what are the chances for Sonic Forces?
I'm going to say low.
But you're not saying zero.
I'm not a Sonic expert.
Well, I think that's not... Do you think it's going to be in the Direct?
Do I think Sonic Forces is going to be in the Direct?
Sonic Frontiers!
Do I think Sonic Frontiers is going to be in the Direct?
The latter.
Maybe. We haven't seen that much of it yet.
Great,
and
I love the
they do seem
commitment
to be going really hard on the what if every game was Breath of the Wild angle. We've got Pokemon Legends, we've got that other one. What's the other one? Kirby and
Breath of the
stuff. Kirby and the Breath of the Sonic Wild.
That's the one.
And Sonic Frontiers, which... I
mean, to be fair, Splatoon 3 looks like it might have some open sections as well.
I can't wait for us to go back to closed worlds. I like walls. I like boundaries. I like being told where I can't go, you know?
That's your Twitter bio, isn't it?
Yes.
Fall Guys, Ultimate Knockout, remember that? The gem from 2020? That's still coming.
I think that's another one of those. Why have they been so quiet for so long? I just imagine when it's a game that's come out and everything else, and it's been out for a while, and they haven't come out on Switch, but they've said they're going to. That there's one person in a little cupboard somewhere, just slaving away on a Switch port and being like, "Please, can I go and join the rest of the team?" And they're like, "Not until you're done, Kevin."
Poor Kevin.
So, I think we should let Kevin off and be like, it's okay. We don't need Fall Guys. We've got other games. Set Kevin free. Hashtag free Kevin.
Hashtag free Kevin. I'm going to put that as one of the hashtags. Sports Story.
Yeah. So, okay. I don't know a lot about Sports Story, except that everybody always says it's good. And I have to include it in lists because people will get angry if I don't. Please tell me about Sports Story.
Well, I don't know about Sports Story because it hasn't come out yet. But I can tell you about Golf Story, which is a lot like Sports Story, but just golf. It's kind of like a golf RPG thing. People have made comparisons to Earthbound and in terms of like the themes and stuff. You're not like battling people. You play golf to win things. And Sports Story, it appears to be taking that core concept, but applying it to multiple different sports, including fishing, volleyball, and golf. And potentially something else.
More golf? More golf.
More golf, yeah. I mean, Golf Story technically had two kinds of golf in it, so... disc golf, I believe. I hope I'm not wrong about that, and I'm not thinking of another game. That would be embarrassing.
No, I think I vaguely remember that. It's been a long time since I've played Golf Story, but it was fun. I didn't get very far because I'm not good at golf.
I've just had another thought, you know.
Ooh.
I reckon we're going to see Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD.
That was on the fake leak that I saw the other day.
Oh, was it?
It was.
The one that said Advanced Wax.
Yes, and a bunch of other spelling errors. You said, oh, we won't use that. I bet they haven't made any good predictions. But actually, they've got Zelda Wind Waker HD, Zelda Twilight Princess HD. They have got a new Fortnite game. One thing that's just called Kingdom Hearts games.
That I love that, yeah. Kingdom Hearts games.
Just some of them. GTA 5 on Switch.
I mean...
it could happen. Well, it's medium likely, I would say, to get GTA 5. It'd be a bit weird, but I guess we could be the ones who predicted it, except for also this leak that's not real.
Actually,
I do want to point out, yes.
I was just going to say, very randomly, something just popped into my head. Something that hasn't been re-released in a while and isn't available on Switch is the Sonic Adventure games. They've already got a digital, sort of like download version. Why not bring those over?
Why not?
I like those games. They have their faults. They are many, but I like them nonetheless.
Okay. That's a lot of old games getting ported, but honest,
have you been aware of the Switch over the past 3 years?
That is what the Switch is for right now. So sure. We've got a lot of sequels and a lot of ports. I do want to bring up one last sequel or port, who knows, on this very real leak, which is Tomodachi Life on Switch.
Okay, moving on.
I'd be down.
I enjoyed my time. I mean, to be fair, I owe Tomodachi Life kind of my entire career.
Wow. Because
Nintendo Life was running a caption contest, using Tomodachi Life. It was like some thing they were doing with Nintendo UK. And they were, I was there and I won the caption contest, got Damo's email, and from that point on, the rest is history.
Wow. What was the caption?
I think it was like a picture of Iwata at a piggy bank. And it was, I think my caption was something like, Iwata checks Nintendo's profits for the Wii U and 3DS in 2014 or something.
Wow.
It was a bit snappier than that. but apparently it was the best.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
You're very
much.
Funny.
We might as well say it just to get out of the way. Silk Song? Nah. I don't think Silk Song exists. I think it's just it's a fever dream. It was never announced. Team Cherry are going, what are you talking about? We didn't do any sequel for Hollow Knight. I mean, I've literally played it, but I still think maybe I'm mistaken.
It's either that, or it's that thing where they've hidden it inside another game.
The common practice.
Like Frog Fractions. You played...
What?
You played Frog Fractions? It's a game within a game. Don't worry about it. Maybe they've hidden it inside of, I don't know,
Are you
Zelda.
suggesting that the whole code for Silk Song might be in one of, like, these asset flip games on the Switch?
Ooh, that'd be fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And it's been out for ages and no one's found it
and everyone's
yet.
always like,
cool.
release Silk Song, and then one day Team Cherry says, we did 2 years ago.
We did, yeah. It's been out. You just didn't even notice. You don't even care about us.
New Time Splitters game?
Yeah?
That'd be good.
Okay, everybody is also saying hints about maybe GoldenEye, right?
Oh, yeah, I remember that now. Not as in,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, I'd forgotten about GoldenEye as a game, no. But there's been sort of musings and rumorings and mutterings about it. That's entirely possible. I wonder how we're going to see it, though. Is it going to be NSO or is it going to be standalone?
I was assuming NSO. Who would be making it if it was standalone?
Oh, I have no idea at this point.
One day Microsoft will buy Nintendo and then we won't have to worry about it anymore. Everyone's going to get so angry about that.
I think we should round off there then.
All right.
But yeah, let us know your thoughts for the Direct. We'll no doubt have something go out shortly afterwards where we talk about it. But for the meantime, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, then why don't you go directly to that subscribe button. Classic. And be sure to check out NintendoLife.com for all sorts of lovely Nintendo-related content. Thank you again for watching. Bye-bye. You're not going to say goodbye?
No.